Welcome, everyone, to Arlington, Texas at AT&T Stadium, site of this year's Goodyear Cotton Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. Hi, folks, and welcome to this highly competitive matchup, as we'll see the number 10 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the third-ranked team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get this thing going. Buckeyes will kick it away to start us off. And the return starts just inside the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. So Miami's offense will have the football first here. Kirk, not often these days you see a matchup as good as this between two elite running backs, two guys with a focal point of the offense.
And talking to him this week, you know they are both hyped up to go against each other, both looking for bragging rights. Can't wait to see who ends up playing better.
Looking to throw. It's back. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice game. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Pass complete. It's second down now. Makes the grab. It's Joseph. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen, not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
Sets up as a 3rd and 3 here on this opening possession. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Extending the play now. Breaking free at the 35. Tackle made at the 41. It's a nice gain. They're getting closer to the 50.
This quarterback is making his big plays in the most critical moments in this game. Not only does he come up with a first down, but he picks up huge yards. And how did it get done? Gets away from the rush, keeps his poise. And then how about him directing traffic as he moves downfield to pick up extra blockers? It's a really nice run.
Nowhere to run. No corralling for no gain. Important second down play coming up. Play action fake. Looking to throw. It's a short completion of a big tight end. Tackle, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 45.
This is why running the football is so important. You run the ball and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice game.
The Hurricanes pick up enough yardage to keep this drive rolling. He finds some space. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Well, this is why the offensive coordinator trusts his quarterback on these RPOs. He made the right read, was able to pick up some good yards. Now they have a second down and manageable. Wouldn't be surprised if they run that RPO again.
Second down after that previous play. Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. The Canes begin a new series here, 1st and 10. To the air, it's back. Short throw complete to the tight end. They bring him down after a short gain there. It's the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Play action fake, looking to throw. And makes the catch and gets his foot down. What a play. Good for a first down.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Here comes a throw from the red zone. Caught in the backfield. It's Fletcher. Looking for the end zone. Has a lane. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Canes.
You talk about the right way to get a game started. This offense put together a nice scheme. They felt comfortable with the script, and they moved the ball all the way down the field, 10 plays, and they get a touchdown. If you're the defensive coordinator, you're back to the drawing board trying to figure this out.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT is good, so it's 7-0. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. The Buckeyes offense gets their first crack now. Because we know this top quarterback is a confident guy, but talking to him, he's also well aware how good that edge pass rusher on the other side is.
Well, he better be ready today. He's got great skill. We know what he's capable of doing, but this will be the best defensive end that he's faced all year with that kind of pass rushing ability. So he's going to have to maneuver around in that pocket to make plays. Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Off play action. He's looking to throw. Short pass finds the tight end. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's third down. Dropping back. It's Sayin. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, what a grab! They bring him down, but it's a big gainer for the 47.
Well, this is why this guy's one of the top wide receivers in college football. It's third down. The defense knows you're probably going to go to him, and they still can't stop him from coming down with a big play.
Kirk, as we take a break for the quarter here, it's Miami in front. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. They'll run it here. They've got it in the backfield. Nowhere to run. They'll lose a yard on the play.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Second down, looking to throw it. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
The Buckeyes are looking to keep this drive going. Off the play fake on first down. Grab near the sticks. It's Tate. Touchdown, Ohio State. Great connection there for 6 points. Simple throw, all the yards after the catch. Explosive play by the receiver to score.
Just a dynamic, athletic playmaker. As simple as you said, Chris, just throw him the football, he makes a catch, and then all the fireworks are after the catch, and this defense just unable to corral him.
Now the important point after attempt. And the PAT is good. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Fields it just outside the goal line. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. He'll throw it now. Caught over the middle. It's Daniels. Tackled right at the 30. Good enough to move the sticks.
Well, you could tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
Pass complete for a first down. The offense gets a fresh set of downs. Breaks into the clear. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit. Great start to the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. Play action here on first down. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Second down after the incompletion. Keeping it on the ground here. Just a 4-yard gain, so it sets up 3rd and 6. To throw, it's back. Lets it fly to the wideout. It's incomplete, broken up nicely. Now there is a flag on the play back in the offensive pit area. So the offense will decline the penalty and just take the result of that play. The Canes will send the punt team onto the field. We'll see what he can do with the return. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
You know, Chris, what a great run here. You think about Ohio State, you think lately about those NFL-ready wide receivers, but we all know it starts with their running games and all those great backs they've had over the years.
We'll take a quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute timeout. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. It's a quarterback keeper. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
And it's a nice job by this defense. They saw option, they actually forced the quarterback to pull the ball on the read, and then they corral him for a loss. You could tell they worked hard on that in practice.
Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. Back to pass. It's Sayin. Running back has it on a screen now. And the tackle is made. The defense was ready for that screen. They stop him short of the 1st down. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. That's their 1st timeout. The Buckeyes will have to kick it away. And the offense forced to punt for the 1st time tonight. And off the bounce, that punt will roll out of bounds. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Makes a quick grab.
Well, the defense didn't have any time at all to get pressure on the quarterback. He gets the ball out of his hands pretty quickly on the hitch to the receiver.
That completion makes it 2nd down. And the quarterback dropping back. Makes the catch downfield. Finds room at the 30. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
Chris, all week they heard about how fast this guy is. The defensive coordinator told them they watched the film. They've seen this guy a lot. But I think the reality is seeing it now in person, I think it's surprised them. They've got to make some adjustments to their defense, or this guy and his speed will continue to have a field day.
After one enormous play, the offense is set up with a 1st and 10 inside the red zone. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. It's intercepted, trying to fire it into a tight window. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Chris, how about the big 300-pound defensive lineman getting his paw on that football and bringing it in for an interception?
So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the 1st half clock. And the wideout goes in motion. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Makes a quick catch. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a 1st down, but instead gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Here's the 2nd down play. And the single back takes the handoff. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. So they'll just take a knee here, and that will send us to halftime. Looks like the offense content to run the clock out here and go to halftime. Talk about the 2nd half. And that will do it for the 1st half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
All right, guys, thanks. Looks like we've had ourselves a very enjoyable 1st half so far. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best 1st half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know. Either way, it's time to find out. Back to the best in the biz for the start of this 3rd quarter.
And the Canes will kick this away to get the 2nd half going. Return starts from inside the 5. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Trying to get something going early here in the second half and jump on top. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. First play of the second half is a handoff. They'll tackle him at the 27.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Option look. It's Sayin. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Well, he keeps it on the option, and it's not always the big play. It's sometimes just getting the first down. He does a nice job of knowing where he needed to go. We got a new set of downs.
Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss of the play.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense now behind the 6 on second down. They need 12 after that first down loss. They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Well, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Looking to pass. It's Sayin. Tries to get it to the running back. And fourth down, a short toss to the running back.
Well, this is a great catch. He does a nice job of getting his feet down to set up a fourth down and short situation. But, man, I just don't know why he didn't try to fight to get to that marker and pick up a first down.
Buckeyes will bring their punt team onto the field. They're going to kick it away for the second time. No fair catch. He feels the punt. And he'll be forced out of bounds after a small pickup on that return. And the Miami offense is back on the field. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. The pass rush closing in. And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
I talk to defensive coordinators all over the country, and they're quick to point out the term affecting the quarterback. They kind of almost get offended when you want to talk to them about sacks. Sometimes it's just about getting into his face, affecting his vision. It's exactly what they did right here.
They look to throw it here on second down. Grab down the middle. It's Fletcher. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Tough spot. The offense has to convert the third and long from the 30 to get this drive going. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Fires it to the wideout. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. They get him down, but a big play moves it to the 45.
Well, if I'm this defense, you get these guys to third down, you better bracket or double team some kind of coverage rolled to this receiver to take him away. This guy makes another big play.
The Hurricanes lining up here on 1st and 10. Nowhere to run on that play. They've got him in the backfield. That's a loss of a yard.
I like the idea of mixing it up from time to time because he can't be too predictable. But the execution was a little bit off on this one. Gonna have to go back to the drawing board.
Getting set. Here's second down. They're moving the receiver now before the snap. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Loses the ball behind the line. Looks like the defense has it for a takeaway. Looking to pass. It's Sayin. He's brought down, but an explosive play through the air.
Anytime you have a sudden change like this, Chris, I love to see the idea of this quick strike. The defense barely really has a chance to get established and get set, Next thing you know, they're dealing with an offense that's coming right at them, trying to put points on the board.
Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a first down. And here's the handoff. First down, looking for more now. Tackle made at the 21, but this offense is in great position to add more points.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
And he steps out of bounds, but a solid gain there on the ground.
Boy, what a great job of using his speed. Get him on the edge, allow him to be able to pull away from people, pick up big yards, and come up with a nice first down.
The Buckeyes looking to cash in this red zone trip. Ball handed to the running back. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Keep it on the ground. There's a handoff. Ball carrier brought down what is the final play of this third quarter. We get to the end of 3. It's been a tremendous competitive battle, Kirk, as we check out some of the stats so far. Let's see how this fourth quarter unfolds. Everything to play for here for both teams. We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this third down. Can they pick up the first on the ground? Did not get there. And now it's going to bring up 4th down and 1.
Well, at this point in the game, Chris, you got to think the head coach is thinking more about giving the ball back after the field goal with so much time remaining more than the kick itself. This is a tough call either way.
So on 4th down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle.
Well, you talk about a clutch kick. Good job by the snapper and the holder. The kicker gives them the lead. But remember, this one is certainly a long way from being over here in the 4th.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. They moved the ball into plus territory last time, but it ended in a fumble. They can't do that again, trailing on the scoreboard. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Chris, has just really been the story of the game. This defense has completely eliminated this offense's ability to run the football, made them one-dimensional, and that's why they haven't been able to put many points on the board.
They lose 3 in that play, so now it's 2nd down and 13. Important play coming up. To throw, it's Beck. And he dumps it off to the tight end. Then he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play. Here we go now, a crucial play for both sides. They'll set up at 3rd and 4. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Wow, the quarterback and receiver just not quite on the same page. But the good news is it's 4th down and short. And trailing in this game, you've got to convert here to keep your hopes alive.
The Hurricanes will have to kick this away. When he comes for his 2nd punt of the game. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. The last possession, they had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Can they find the end zone this time out? They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, good job here on that stop, but remember the ball is inbounds and the clock keeps moving here late in the game and you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all three to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. He keeps it, QB draw. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Challenging play for the offense. They face 3rd and long here from their own 43. Looking downfield, it's Saying. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the 3rd down pressure worked.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. 3rd down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
The Buckeyes bring their punt team onto the field. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. They come out down 3 with the clock running out of time. Can they make a play right now? Looking to set up a screen pass here. Defense makes the tackle, but that screen produces a pretty solid gain.
This is all you can hope for, really. The defense does their job. You get the offense back out on the field. It's a one-possession game. It's up to this quarterback and this offense to deliver, and they're off to a good start here.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout as this offense tries to stage a dramatic comeback and win the game late. Tight game, final 2 minutes. Can the offense make a play here? And they desperately need it. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. And it falls incomplete.
Well, this is it. Late in the game, really tight situation. This is what separates a good quarterback from a great quarterback. Can he come up with the play to keep this drive alive?
Pressure moment for the quarterback. We'll see if he can stay calm and collected. Down a score late in the game. Breaks into open space. Can't get it away. The defense has got away. Huge stop at the stage of the game.
Well, give the defense all the credit here on this 3rd down play. They got after that quarterback in a hurry. The RPO game, quarterback decides to keep it. And how about the pursuit of that defense? Now we'll see what they decide to do on 4th down.
So here we go. Down 1 score. They're going to go for it on 4th down. This might be for the ball game. Quick throw to his receiver. Catch is made down the middle. Tackle made, but not before he reaches the 44.
That's why you practice and work on these routes. When you get to a 4th down, you trust the receiver to run not only a good route, but know exactly where he needs to go to be able to get the distance for that 1st down.
The Canes starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain in that play.
Man, give the defense a lot of credit. You're taking away the elite receiver. That primary target forces the quarterback to find a 2nd or 3rd option. He gets positive yards, but anytime you can take away the big play late in the game, it's going to help you be able to secure victory.
To the air, it's Beck. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve as much clock as possible. Here we go, trailing late in the game here. Serious urgency for this offense right now. Using his legs, it's Fletcher. It's a 1-yard gain, 2nd and 9 coming up. And the coach quickly calls timeout after the play, trying to hold on to as much time as possible. Tight game, final 2 minutes. Can the offense make a play here? And they desperately need it. Quick throw, testing the middle. Finds a receiver wide open. Touchdown, Hurricanes. They jump on top here in the final minute.
Here we go. They take the lead. What an amazing comeback by this team and this offense. Now it comes down to can their defense hold the lead with under a minute to go.
And they'll set up for the PAT. PAT up and good. The lead is 4 here in the final quarter. So after taking the lead, they'll kick it off here and hope the defense can hold on. They'll return it from inside the 5. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Offense out there to start a new drive from the 21. First play of the drive, he looks left for a completion. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
Boy, great job here of getting out of bounds. I know they didn't pick up the first down, but that's irrelevant. At this point in the game, it's all about the clock. You get out of bounds, you save your one timeout, and now you got a real chance.
They need to score quickly here, trying to dial up some big plays. Over the middle, it's Smith. The offense takes timeout with 26 seconds remaining.
Well, of all the receivers to lose track of, it's this guy, one of the best receivers in the entire country. Lucky that wasn't the score.
Back to pass. It's Sayin. Caught quickly. Brought down very quickly. Not much to show for that completion.
Chris, look at the clock here. We're under a minute to play, and it's a completion, but it's not very effective. The defense's job is to just keep everything in front of them. The offense has got to come up with different ways to manipulate that coverage and take some shots downfield.
Offense needs points quickly here, trying to dial up some explosive plays. Let's see what they've got called. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Quick throw complete to the tight end. Now a late timeout is taken. 6 seconds showing on the clock. They've got to get points quickly here. Looking for explosive plays right now. Got to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. Looking deep for late game heroics. And it's incomplete. The final drive comes up empty, and the ball game is over.